there a particular trait that helped you personally as part of your character or personality that helped you push through these difficult times and sort of emerge stronger than before?
First thing that comes to mind, if I don't think about it,
Yeah.
I think it would be pride.
Pride in yourself or?
No, pride. The
Pride.
good old pride.
Okay. All right.
It's the same thing that would limit me from exploring other things. But it's the same thing that stopped me from going even deeper. Because there was always this voice like, get up, move on, you're not this. You're like good stuff, you know? I think one of the good sides of pride.
It's interesting because in a orthodox fashion, you would think that the thing that is holding you back is you have to move away from it. But in reality, and this is a very Eastern philosophy. You go with the flow. You go with the movement of water. Mm-hmm. It's sort of every trait or every aspect. They have two sides, the good side and the bad side, to put it simply. And sometimes if that particular aspect is holding you back, you move through it and you sort of exploit the other side, which is also true. I'm not sure whether it's too abstract now.
No. I understand what you're saying. It's the same thing with pride. Pride is not good, but pride is not bad.
Yeah, it's neutral.
And even with like what you're saying, Eastern thinking, Eastern philosophy preaches to go along with the flow, to be water. And it's the same thing. I mean, after I said, okay, I'm going to pick myself up in terms of pride, then it's where I let myself flow around the beauty instead of letting myself flow around the darkness. So there's always two sides to it in that sense. So I do agree with that kind of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, in a way, and to a certain degree, there is no honor in humility. I know it's a bit of a paradox. But if you're going to hold back, if you're not going to make a statement that doesn't hurt others, because hurting others, there's no honor in it either. Mm. But as long as you're not hurting others, being humble is not going to serve you at all. And I'm not saying like show off, whatever, but most of the time, humility is often interpreted as holding back. Mm. Holding back is not good. Doesn't serve anyone. And I think that's the other side of humility, because it's good to be respectful in terms of humble and see that other people are respected and that you show a certain prudence. But to that extent, beyond it, I think it's not even going to serve the person you're trying to be humble with. Mm. People, I think, expect people to be a little bit bold because they are entertained with it. Whether at work, whether in life, whether as friends, just makes you that much more interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's not from a sense of lack of humbleness and pride or vanity, I'm saying this, but more from a realistic point of view, that finding that right spot in between is key. This is in the same way that you find a lot of people, especially like you find a lot of dedicated mothers, even in the traditional sense, that they would forget themselves, they're selfless, it's all about their children, but then their children look at their mom, she's like, why is she letting go of herself? At the same time, you see people who are taking care of themselves and they do things for themselves, and at the same time, they take care of their kids. And their kids are proud of their parents who are like this, you know. And at the same time, you can't be obnoxious that you're going to do things that is just about you, and then...
As a parent, you have to have that sort of self-sacrificing tendencies towards your children.
But if you don't take care of yourself...
Yes, but you have to take care of... I agree on that, yeah.
So it's even in relationships. So if I'm not going to take care of myself, let's say physically, it's not going to please my wife as much as if I do.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how much you would say that she likes nice
The dad
comfortable
bod.
bellies.
Yeah.
You know, few would disagree that a well-maintained physique is not good.
Yeah.
I mean,